Hey, good morning. Hi. And it's Wednesday here at Overholt Art and Entertainment Studio. And hello, I am a party artist here. My name's Kim Overholt, and I'm here to help you have fun and learn a little bit about art in the Niagara area. All right. All right. So how you doing this morning? I feel like I should be surfing. I love this music. Okay. Yeah, I'm a one-woman show here. I so enjoy doing this and giving you guys like a lot of fun and doing this kind of thing for you. Now, this is where I have a little bit of fun too. I get to tell you a little bit about art and do a little bit of art while I'm here and maybe put you in the right direction and things like that. And I also fuss with my hair. Sorry, while I fuss, excuse me. There we go. All right. So all right, what can I tell you? All right, so today is Wellness Wednesday, and I had a few things to give to you this morning. I want to tell you I did a nice routine this morning. I'm working on in the home gym and trying to get strong, trying to keep healthy and be well. Because you know what? There's one thing that isn't good about it being an artist is being a dead artist. So I try to be as much as live as I possibly can whenever I can get the chance to. So it's great to see you here. And today, what we're going to be talking about is art therapy. And maybe I'll give you a little demonstration. Maybe I'll just show you, or maybe I'll tell you a story or two that kind of puts you in the right frame of mind, right direction. So, how you doing? Okay, let me just move this over. Look, wrong way. Okay, so you don't see have to see look at David Bowie all the time. I like to show him off, but I don't want to get myself into trouble either. So. It's my painting. I'm not selling it. It's not for sale. But okay, so art therapy is something that's really good for a lot of people, and I love to spread the idea of being able to do things like that, like finger painting. The finger painting is one of the things I enjoy because I actually get to touch the painting and touch the canvas. Because I remember as being young, you were like, oh, well, art is not meant to be touched. Well, my art is meant to be touched. So touch away. I like the very visceral kind of way that when you paint with your fingers, sometimes you feel something, if you will, and I enjoy that. So yeah, I find that art therapy for me is usually, like I say, doing finger paintings or doing cartooning. Cartooning is another way of doing therapy for myself. So I'm going to explain a little bit of art therapy and what kind of wonderful things go along with it. Okay, so art therapy is a creative expression that can help with stress, anxiety, and emotional healing. So I have used those in all these categories because it does. It actually gives you a sense of humor and makes you laugh. And I enjoy smiling. I'd rather be happy than sad. So when you do these kind of things, it kind of helps to boost how you feel too. So it can either make you feel great or put you in that spot where you're like, yeah, okay, I can deal with it now. So yeah, so art can be like that for you. Now, I'm going to explain a few things that I do, and it's kind of fun. So one is art journaling. Now that's where I used to have this thing called the book, and the book used to have all kinds of different things that I would talk about, and well, not so much talk about, but little subjects that I would get involved with. And one of them was like you know, aliens was a lot of fun. I actually had an idea of would imagine an alien landing nowadays and what kind of things that they would be getting into, what kind of trouble, what kind of mayhem they might be getting themselves into. Oop, never mind the person that's wandering behind the curtain here. The lights off. Oh, okay. Thank you. That's my manager. Yes. Yeah, he works hard to keep me out of trouble. It doesn't work very well, but I mean, he tries. He tries, right? Okay, so yeah, art journaling is a very cool thing to do. Like I say, I had my thing back in the '90s. A lot of ways for me to cope was to draw a lot of things that were going on. So that's what I did. I was fresh out of college, just coming home from being disappointed that the place that I went to go to teach me about animation had a teacher strike, so I couldn't really learn what I wanted to know. So this is why I have animation. That's why I'm doing the animation of Luna Sparkles by myself. That's right, because I'm going to do it whatever. I keep moving forward. Like, even though maybe next Monday we might not continue with doing things with Luna Sparkles, I will be in the background doing things with Luna Sparkles just to get get it moving forward so that I can do my own animation. It will happen. But yeah, doing a journal kind of helps too, because it makes you look back and laugh at a lot of things that you. I have a lot of journals about when I used to work in a retirement home. I have a lot of journals of when I used to work in sales retail, where there was kind of really dog eat dog kind of thing. I have uh, um, cartoons from when I used to work telemarketing. I have cartoons from when I did a lot of my other jobs, like being receptionist, and it helped me just to kind of ease into the fact, that sometimes there's places that you belong and there's some places that you don't belong, and you find your way through it and that kind of thing. So art journaling is one good way of doing nice therapy for yourself. Now, another one is a lot of people do for like something mental clarity, or just to get themselves kind of situated in being in the norm, like in the moment kind of thing. What people do is this thing called a mandala. And mandalas are really nice because what they do is you start building from like a tiny little shape in the center of a page, and you build out, and you start making a giant circle start making a giant circle of all kinds of designs, different patterns and things like that. And what you can do is color them in, and it's like it's therapy. It's like coloring therapy, art therapy at the same time, which is that's really a nice one to do. um, that it has a calming effect. So if you ever find yourself getting really kind of stressed out about stuff, pick up a pen and just take a piece of paper, um, piece of blank paper, such as this, and start with something in the middle. Like, if anything, I'll give you an example. You can start with like just drawing a star. You know how I was showing you, you can always just start with something simple and build from that. You can like start building out and then start making different shapes. These are triangles. And you start making other shapes kind of coming out of it. Oh, so like, oh. So kind of, and you can erase and stuff like that. But you build. It's a building process. So where's my eraser? The one day I don't have my eraser. Hold on. Oh, hold on. I've got my eraser. Hold on. So, what am I thinking? I got an eraser right here. Did I show you? I still have my Luna Sparkles here. My little Luna Sparkles. It is also an eraser. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little palette here. I'm going to use it as an eraser. So give me a second. Yes. So, you can start simple with a simple little shape and work it out further. Almost like making a snowflake, and you just keep making different shapes. And then you can color it all in, or put, ink it kind of thing. You can make a like something like that, and continue it all the way around on every side, and it's a calming effect. So that's what a mandala does, and you build it bigger, bigger, bigger until it doesn't fit on the page anymore, and then you color it in, and it's a nice therapeutic tool for keeping you in the now kind of thing too. Okay, emotional expression. So okay, so how you use art to express yourself. Okay, well, there's a few things that I do with my art, as you can plainly see, to express myself. I do use my art in different ways, colors, shapes, um, again, finger painting is one way to do it, and you make your own kind of shapes and make it very organic and make it more like your it's something that belongs to you. It's something that's yours, kind of thing. And what you do is you work it. So I mean, doing finger painting is really kind of a nice therapy, especially when you have a subject that you know you're going to be working on per se, or even you can pick any subject if you wanted to do a finger painting. It all depends on what kind of patience you have as well. So doing that kind of thing, but it does help for emotional expression. So when you've done a painting like for example, the black and white that I just did of a finger of a portrait. Well, that's just an idea of just showing you how you can just expand on something with using your fingers and fill the whole canvas. Now you don't have to fill the whole canvas. You can really keep it quite simple and do something very simple. It all depends on how it comes across for you. If it's something that works for you, that kind of thing. Okay, collage therapy. Hey, there's something really cool. Collage therapy. Now that kind of involves something that I really enjoy too, which is you can go into magazines, different magazines, and clip out little articles, pictures that you find interesting, and start to build on them. Make a nice little picture that maybe certain colors, certain themes that you want. Some people even make this thing called oh shoot, what is it called? I've just lost it. Vision board, and making a vision board of the things that you want to see in your future. Sometimes when you do that, you bring positivity towards you, and that's a great thing too. So doing a vision board of what you want to see in your future. Do you want to see money in your future? Find pictures of dollar bills. Find pictures of dollar signs. Find pictures that have money on them, and kind of stick them and make them into a little collage. Again, you could even do it like a mandela. You could start with like something simple in the center, something that expresses you, and then you can build on it, around it, the things that you want to see in your future, in your happiness circle, say that kind of thing. So that works for you. There's another great thing as well. So, oh goodness, I guess somebody's trying to message me. Hold on a second. Um, Emotional expression. Okay, collage therapy. Yes. So art prompts. Okay, yes. So you ever had those days where you want to draw something but you're not sure what you want to draw? Well, this is where you usually get into, going to places like Google or YouTube, like here, and you find suggestions for things to get you drawing. And hopefully it's something that clicks in your mind and you're like, yeah, yeah, you know what? I'd like to try and draw that for myself. I have an artist friend. He does some great paintings, drawings, and things like that. And the things that he does, I look at it and I'm like, yeah, I could do that too. And of course, I wouldn't be in the same league as he is, but I could at least try and do something in the same vein as that and make it as beautiful for myself, if anything. When I'm doing it, I do it for myself so that it makes me feel good. It is for in the most part, it is like a personal journey, if you will, of getting to know yourself through art and expression. So this is why we do art therapy as well. So you can find what you need to express yourself. I have it all around me, so I see it all the time. I feel it. I live it. Yeah. So I find it very very um, expressive and always there in the background when I need it. So I always know that I have that talent that I can, well, at least if I'm feeling low, I can pick myself up just by picking up a pencil and like getting started on something. You know what I mean? So it's something that's good for you. Um, I suggest you try your own therapeutic art, whatever would work for you. If you've never tried painting and you want to try even buying a simple water paint by numbers kind of thing, and trying it, coloring it in, and see where it all kind of leads you. If you want to try something even simpler, just pen and paper will work just as well, and you just start scribbling all kinds of little shapes and ideas on a piece of paper just to kind of get your mind working. And then you go back later and look at it, and you might find some great ideas popping out at you. And then you can kind of move forward on them, keep on developing them and practice, practice, practice. Always what I say is practice makes perfect. You don't do it enough, and it might slip out of your fingers, kind of thing, and you got to kind of pick it back up, but you never lose it. Once you get the hang of it, you never lose the ability to want to keep drawing and doing different things and keep uh, pushing your boundaries, working your mind, using it for your own emotional expression and for helping you with those stressful times. There's a lot of healing you can do with art, and I find that just being here, telling you about it, and showing you little examples of things that I do in my own life to make it a little bit easier, because to being able to do this and still be able to smile every day, that makes it really worth my while for sure. So yes, okay. So I'm going through steps because I want to make sure that I get everything kind of covered so you understand as well. Um, okay, my personal art experience has been, like I say, one of very interesting. I started when I was very young doing art. I think I started I was good at it probably in about grade 2, which was like, but I was always like drawing, doodling, and doing stuff before then. But grade 3 is when I really started to concentrate on getting good at doing art. And I really like drawing shadow people. And I'll show you what shadow people are. They're really easy to do. So if you're in grade 3 and you want to start learning how to draw people, I'll show you how to do a quick little shadow person. And it's really, 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 really easy because all you got to do is take your pencil. Again, holding it like it's a drumstick, not like it's like a pencil. Don't hold it like this. This is not how you draw. This is how you draw, like this. Okay. And what you're going to do is you're just going to do, I think you can imagine. Oh, move it over. Okay. There you go. There's a head of a person. Okay. I'll just do it so you can see. What I used to do is just go by shapes. Now, it takes a lot of practice to get the hang of it. But, you do one of those, and you see it almost looks like a person, and it's like that's how you start to kind of thinking of how to make a person. Because what I started doing is making them bigger. I used to draw those all the time, and then I started like really making them bigger. So you can imagine. There's the head. There's the torso. You look at how the skeletal system is made. The next thing I like to make is the legs. And again, it takes practice to keep on doing shading like this because you're just constantly going like this. I like to call these shadow people. Shadow people. I've been drawing them ever since I can remember. And they can be like, it looks like an expression, like there's some kind of, you can see somebody's face, like you can imagine, okay, they're standing on stage, you're actually looking at them from behind. You could be, I am a magician's assistant, so usually I would see this, right? Well, top hat kind of thing, but you know what I mean, like you imagine you see the guy with the, and then you can draw like the cane there. You can draw like a little him doing a magic trick kind of thing, that kind of thing. So, and you just kind of follow. And then when you get good at doing that, like that's when I was in grade 3, I was doing stuff like kind of like that, where it all kind of looked like a shadow person, right? And then I kind of fill it all in, and people are like, oh my gosh, you can draw people. I'm like, no, this is just shade. Is this shade? But this will put you in the right path, so that if you start doing that, that will kind of give you an idea of how to keep going with doing that. That's how I started. Then when I got to grade 4 and 5, it got a little bit more into line quality. I started to actually draw a lot of the things that I like to see, like Bambi. And back in the day, I didn't have computers. I had to go to the library and find all kinds of information that I could when I was little of cartooning and drawing and things like that. So I knew what direction I wanted to go in when I was quite young. I've always loved art, and that's the just a natural following for me. I just keep going in that direction. So that's how I started. I went through high school. I actually took art twice in high school because my marks the first time I didn't really like, so I wanted to improve them so that I could get a good start when I got into college for doing art as well. So when I got into to Sheridan College, yeah, it was like I felt that I had made it. I thought, like, yeah, this is great. Nobody in my family had ever made it to college before, so I was the first to go to college for art, which is great because my nana, who wanted to go to college for art back in like yeah in the 1930s, probably 1920s, never got the chance to. So I felt good about being able to do something that none of my family had been able to do as well, go to college in my family. So that was great. Learning, and of course, having to um, coming back home and having to kind of do my own thing. It kind of like I've been doing this for gosh, I don't know how long. So I do things for people, signs, designs, logos. I do banners. I used to do yeah, and I used to do them handmade, like right down to like getting down, measuring everything out with like one of these little triangles, always getting a nice straight edge in a corner and stuff like that, just for doing lettering. I got big into doing lettering and stuff like that. I got into doing signs. Yeah, so I know about um, doing it on a computer, putting it to print, putting it to vinyl, cutting it out, putting it on the actual sign. I learned all that stuff too. It art has taken me in so many different directions, and I still come back to the fact that I can pick up a pencil anytime I want to and just start drawing whenever I want to, because that's the way it is. Because being an artist is that it's just that having that ability to, like, when everything is like, if you think about everything, you can still sit down and just kind of draw it out. You know what I mean? A lot of fun, and I find it very, like I say, it's therapeutic in my own way. I love that for that reason too. Okay. Um, so I've shown you a few different techniques, a few different things that I do to kind of keep myself moving forward with doing art and things like that. So, I mean, the next step, of course, is, I can show you the door. It is you that has to go through it. So if that's something that maybe strikes a chord in you and you want to maybe try some art therapy for yourself, do a little research. Always go YouTube Live. You go to YouTube. Go to your local library. Go to people that you know that are artists and get their opinion on it too, because it's good to know a little bit of everything, right? So and be the master of nothing, like I am. Isn't it brilliant, right? That way you can say, yeah, I'm an artist. What do you do? Everything. I do everything. Anyways, so tomorrow is Thursday, and tomorrow is also Entertainment Thursday, which, yes, I get to be a ham for you if I wasn't a ham enough today. So Entertainment Thursday is coming up tomorrow. So let me play my good. Um, okay, so I'll say my farewells now. So Entertainment Thursday is coming up tomorrow, where I will be a ham for you. Yeah, Friday is Feedback Friday. I'll maybe even finger painting Friday, because I kind of started. I love doing finger painting. So if you want me to do a finger painting on Friday, it's also Feedback Friday. So let me know that day too. All right, and other than that, we've been coming on the next weekend. The week just speeds by so fast, and I never get enough time to do the things that I love, which is more art. But I'm always trying, and I'm glad you're here trying with me as well. And I hope you have a fantastic day. Peace, oh brother, with a little bit added, as I always say. And as my mama would always try to tell me, stay away from those boys. They're up to no good. But I can't stay away. It's just one of those things that I've always kind of enjoyed.